Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Rogue Souls bundle of July 2025. To help me answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I would like to thank you, the viewers, for watching my silly little videos. I hope they're helpful, and most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Gods Against Machines, an action roguelike strategy game where you play as a divine protector battling a machine invasion to save your corrupted world. With epic spells, procedurally generated maps, and a wide range of gods to choose from, the game offers a blend of chaos, customization, and replayability. Each run challenges you to build a synergized spellbook with over 60 spells and blessings. Your main goal is simple: destroy the machines, protect your mana sources, and limit world corruption. You can summon fiery volcanoes, thunder down meteors, or flood the map with divine water, whatever suits your style. The variety in powers lets you experiment wildly. Maybe you prefer summoning earth spirits, or watching enemies drown under a rising tide. That flexibility is where the game shines. Don't expect traditional RTS mechanics. You're not managing troops or base building in the classic sense. Instead, think Vampire Survivors with a godly twist. More spells, more planning, and longer runs. Each campaign can take hours, so you'll need patience, but the satisfying spell combos and satisfying destruction often make it worth the time. That said, some spells feel underpowered, and RNG can be punishing. You might spend an entire run waiting for the synergy that never comes. The meta progression system adds depth, but Gaia's upgrades feel too slow at times. Still, if you enjoy experimenting with builds and crushing enemies with divine fury, Gods Against Machines is a fun, creative spin on the genre. Just don't expect deep strategy or much story. And number 2 we have God of Weapons, a game that may have been overlooked due to its uninspiring name, but beneath it lies a captivating Vampire Survivors clone, blending the auto-battler format with engaging inventory management. The isometric 3D game introduces a minute-long level structure, where your chosen character class faces increasing hordes of enemies. Surviving a minute grants experience points, converting into additional inventory spaces for strategically tetrising new weapons, armor, and trinkets purchased from a random store. Each game consists of 20 levels, with the goal of surviving to the end, unlocking more content and class types. God of Weapons impresses with its unique minute-long levels, deviating from the lengthier runs typical in post-Vampire Survivors automatic horde battlers. The emphasis is on experimental character builds, achievable within the brief time frame. Despite odd balancing issues in the initial difficulty levels where gold exceeds spending needs, the game excels in inventory management intricacies. The game's diversity shines through its 12 different classes, each of 3 variants, ensuring substantial replayability. However, the game's monochromatic aesthetic proves a downside, lacking visual vibrancy and making enemy distinctions challenging. Additionally, the lack of in-game explanations poses a learning curve, resembling an early access experience. Despite these drawbacks, God of Weapons offers tremendous fun, providing a unique bite-sized approach to the auto-battler genre. Its distinct gameplay, extensive class variety, and replay value make it a worthwhile playthrough, albeit one you'll need to navigate without much initial guidance. And number 3 we have Paper Planet. Paper Planet takes you on a whimsical journey through space as you defend a planet against waves of unique enemies and challenging bosses. This arcade roguelike, released in August 2023, has received praise from players around the world. The game's doodly art style, reminiscent of Flash-inspired classics, infuses it with a charming nostalgia. Each run is a surprise-filled adventure thanks to the game's roguelike elements. Paper Planet distinguishes itself through its emphasis on the harmonization of items. You can combine various items with bizarre effects, creating insanely powerful runs with endless possibilities. Whether you're unleashing swarms of bee bullets or erecting walls of electricity, the game offers near infinite replay value. Furthermore, with support for up to 4 players, Paper Planet promises chaotic co-op fun. Playing with friends enhances the experience, testing your teamwork and coordination skills amidst the chaos. Despite its simplicity, Paper Planet offers depth that keeps you engaged for hours. Each run presents new challenges and increasingly difficult enemies and varied attack patterns. However, some players have noted concerns about the lack of variety in later runs, particularly with the bloated item pool and repetitive gameplay loop. Nevertheless, Paper Planet is a delightful addition to the roguelike genre, blending nostalgia with innovation. Its quirky aesthetics, addictive gameplay, and extensive item synergies ensure a thoroughly enjoyable experience. If you're a fan of arcade roguelikes and appreciate unique art styles, Paper Planet is a game you shouldn't miss. At number 4 we have Rack and Slay, a physics-based roguelite that mixes billiards with monster-slaying chaos. Rack and Slay takes a simple act of aiming and shooting pool balls and transforms it into a clever roguelite where every shot counts. You only get a limited number of moves per stage, and any enemies left on the board hit you back. Hazards like spikes, traps, and pits force you to plan shots carefully, but they can also be used against enemies if you're clever. The game thrives on skill, making success feel earned rather than random. While layouts and power-ups add variety, winning comes down to how well you master the physics. Different enemy types keep things interesting. Some heavy and hard to move, others spawn new threats, and bosses like the 8-ball demand you clear everything else before taking them down. This keeps you adjusting strategies and lining up risky trick shots that feel amazing when they work. After each stage, you choose upgrades, from explosive shots to buffs that change how you gain gold. Unfortunately, many of these lean too heavily on tweaking gold gain, which is less exciting than wild abilities. Still, the mix is enough to give runs some variety, and in a bundle, it is hard to argue the value. Rack and Slay is a casual but smart game. It is easy to pick up, rewarding to master, and short enough for quick sessions. If you're craving a unique twist on both billiards and roguelites, this is worth your time. At number 5 we have Magenta Horizon, a captivating Metroidvania by the one-man team at Hellfire Railway Interactive, casts you as Gretel, a reaper on a quest back to the Nest Sanctuary after exile. The game unfolds as a fast-paced action experience, filled with combat, platforming, and the quest to rescue lost souls while battling monsters and demons. Starting your journey discovered by an old Scotsman named Archibald, you'll navigate a vibrant world filled with challenging enemies. The game introduces mechanics seamlessly through interactable objects, sparing you from repetitive tutorials upon subsequent playthroughs. Gretel wields a scythe and various weapons, engaging in satisfying and challenging combat. The variety of weaponry, including ranged attacks and bombs, adds depth to the gameplay. While combat encourages trading hits, the challenge increases with higher difficulty levels, keeping you on your toes against overwhelming enemy forces. Platforming in Magenta Horizon is a significant aspect, providing a challenging yet enjoyable experience. Gretel's diverse moveset, including dashes, double jumps, and hook dashes, becomes essential for navigating levels. Collectibles, such as power-ups and keys, add depth to the exploration without overwhelming the player. Graphically, the game is a stunning gothic masterpiece with a vibrant underworld aesthetic. The well-designed levels and nightmarish enemies showcase the developer's meticulous attention to detail. Accompanied by moody piano melodies and metal-esque boss fight music, the audio complements the visual elements, setting a perfect tone for the gameplay. While Magenta Horizon may not be extensive, its ranking system, collectibles, and replayability make it a worthwhile journey. Achieving the coveted Triple S rank after a boss battle adds an extra layer of satisfaction. Despite its brevity, the game stands as a triumph, especially considering it was crafted by a single developer. At number 6 we have The Candle, a lesser-known surreal mix of horror, exploration, and parody that delivers one of the strangest gaming experiences you'll have. The Candle drops you into a stormy carnival where a restless spirit sends you to his decayed manor. Armed with only a candle that burns in real time for up to 4 hours, you're forced to balance exploration, survival, and ticket farming at the carnival's oddball minigames. Once the candle burns out, your run is over forever. The manor itself is packed with secrets, lootable drawers, and 4 unique monsters that stalk you relentlessly. Their designs lean into exaggerated horror parody, feeling more ridiculous than terrifying, but they keep tension high. The carnival stalls, on the other hand, are pure chaos. 6 different minigames ranging from absurd ticket grinders to goofy distractions, making the horror feel almost like a backdrop for comedy. Tickets buy upgrades, items, and strange prizes that deepen the bizarre charm. Where the game shines is its unpredictability. One moment you're dodging spectral butlers in a collapsing hallway, the next you're farming tickets from a broken mini basketball machine. It is inconsistent, but that's part of its weird appeal. The community clearly plays into the joke, with many reviews praising its absolute cinema or the worst game ever, but still gave it 10 out of 10. In a bundle, you're either getting a hysterical meta-horror experiment or a janky mess, depending on your patience. But if you like oddities that blur the line between parody and horror, The Candle is an unforgettable ride. At number 7 we have Anomaly Agent, a stylish cyberpunk side-scrolling beat-em-up that puts you in control of Agent 70, a sharply dressed operative in an all-white suit. Unlike his fellow agents, he's not just fighting ordinary thugs. He is tasked with eliminating bizarre anomalies that can twist time, flip gravity, and wreak havoc on a neon-lit city. Your mission feels fresh thanks to creative mechanics and a world dripping with personality. The game balances accessibility with challenge, letting you adjust difficulty settings and even toggle attack warnings if needed. Combat feels fluid, with melee attacks, dodges, and parries forming the foundation before adding guns, anomaly weapons, and stylish combos you unlock by defeating bosses. You can also get creative by smashing foes into electrified walls, sending them plummeting off the ledges, or using a business card as a deadly projectile. Each encounter encourages experimentation, making fights engaging rather than repetitive. The bosses stand out as highlights, each with quirky designs and mechanics that force you to adapt. From a wrestler slamming down on you, to a gravity anomaly flipping entire stages upside down, they keep battles unpredictable. The visuals nail the pixel art cyberpunk vibe, with neon-drenched environments ranging from subways to rooftops, while the pumping synth-heavy soundtrack amplifies the energy. Dialogue choices add a surprising twist, letting you earn upgrades from both happy and sad responses, giving conversations weight beyond storytelling. Combined with clever humor, slick action, and a distinct personality, Anomaly Agent is a beat-em-up that demands your attention. At number 8 we have Schism, a chaotic action roguelike RPG where you play as a prisoner searching through mountains of trash for the mysterious schismatic engine, armed only with a knockoff replica and a cheap gun. From the first run, Schism makes it clear that this is about wild variety, busted builds, and surviving the most unpredictable bullet hell you've seen. The core hook lies in its deep stat system, over 230 relics, and over 60 moddable weapons, and the choice of which god you'll worship out of 26, each offering unique boons that can completely change your approach. Combat is fast and demanding. Borrowing from Ikaruga's frequency swapping mechanic, you dodge bullets by matching their color. This turns every encounter into a twitchy strategic dance, especially when bosses fill the screen with overlapping patterns. At the same time, the sheer number of synergies means you're always just a relic or upgrade away from transforming into an unstoppable powerhouse. The game leans hard into roguelike chaos. Some runs collapse under their own weight as synergies flood the screen with numbers, particle effects, and absurd power spikes. Yet, that's part of the charm. You never know if you'll be carefully treading bullets or breaking the game in hilarious fashion. The minimal meta progression keeps things fair, while credits let you tweak runs if you need a boost. Schism is messy, unbalanced, and sometimes overwhelming, but it's also endlessly entertaining. If you love experimenting with broken builds and surviving bullet hell madness, this is a must-play. At number 9 we have Novus Orbis, a combo-driven deck-building roguelike where you fight through a collapsing world trapped in a space-time loop. Novus Orbis challenges you to build decks that thrive on sequencing. Every card has a combo value, and playing them in the right order unleashes massive damage or clever effects. Unlike many deck builders, enemies don't politely wait their turn. A countdown system means they can strike during yours, so efficiency and planning are everything. Each run offers a wide pool of options, over 100 cards per class, 6 card types, powerful blessings, and even pets that heal, attack, or support you every turn. With 3 distinct classes already in early access, you can experiment with drastically different playstyles, from carefully timed strikes to explosive combo chains. The thrill comes from synergy. When your deck clicks, you'll feel unstoppable, but when it falls apart, you'll be itching to dive back in and refine your strategy. Visually, the art is striking, and the writing injects surprising humor into events. Early access polish is not perfect. Occasional bugs and enemy modifiers can drag fights, but updates are frequent and the core design already feels addictive. The community compares it to Slay the Spire, but its combo system, pets, and active enemy pressure make it feel unique rather than derivative. In a bundle, Novus Orbis is already packed with content and secrets, and promises even more as development continues. If you enjoy strategic deck builders with depth and personality, this hidden gem is well worth your time. At number 10 we have Picayune Dreams, a surreal sci-fi auto shooter in the style of Vampire Survivors, but with a strange, more experimental heart. You float through abstract space as a cybernetic girl, mowing down waves of bizarre enemies while upgrading your arsenal in real time. While the gameplay loop will feel familiar, you dodge, shoot, collect XP, and choose upgrades, the tone is where this game stands apart. Instead of levels or lore dumps, you're tossed into cryptic dreamlike scenarios that feel closer to Undertale than any bullet heaven. That narrative oddity gives Picayune Dreams a unique edge, making each run feel just a little unhinged in the best way. Customization is key here. You can build a spread of different weapons or min-max a few for devastating synergy. Auto-aiming is a blessing during boss fights, where things turn full bullet hell. Enemies don't drop coins, they drop floating numbers, and leveling up triggers a hypnotic green frame that collapses inwards. It is oddly beautiful. The Contamination update adds even more depth. New suits, weapons, bosses, and challenge modes expand the experience meaningfully. The free play mode and monthly challenges add long-term replayability, and for the price of the bundle, it is a ridiculous value. The visual transmogrification system shows your build changing in real time, which helps you feel invested in your evolving playstyle. The upgrade descriptions can be jargon-heavy, but that adds a nice layer of learning. If you like auto shooters but want something weirder, Picayune Dreams is absolutely worth your time. It is bizarre, balanced, and brilliantly replayable. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle feels like one of those rare drops where you can't help but hit buy before the FOMO crit lands. Anomaly Agent is a no-brainer. Rack and Slay is surprisingly slick, and Schism scratches that weird bullet hell Ikaruga itch. Gorgon Shield looks like it's hiding real depth, and even Soda Man could end up being a sleeper grindfest. Overall, it's a killer mix of fresh ideas and comfort roguelikes. You're walking away with hours of runs, fails, and wins ahead. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.